Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Finance with Avern. In this video, I'm breaking down the top 3 highest CD account APYs available right now, but there's a slight twist. These are all from credit unions in 3 different specific states. However, every other month I do a video on the top 5 CD accounts ranked by APY, and those videos feature CDs available from banks and financial institutions because those have a larger audience. There are more people that are able to open accounts with banks and financial institutions compared to credit unions. However, in this video, I'm zoning in a little bit more on 3 specific credit unions because I was just researching what are the top highest CD account yields out there. But I'm gonna tell you which states they're in, what are the stipulations for joining the credit union. Who knows, you may actually be in one of these states and able to obtain one of these CD accounts. Now, if you have a local credit union that has a high APY for a CD account that's as much as these or higher, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I may have missed out on something, so that would be interesting if there's something else as much or higher than any of these CD accounts. All of these credit union CDs are NCUA insured. That means your deposits are protected up to $250,000 like the FDIC does for banks. So your money stays safe while it grows. All right, that's it for the intro. Let's jump into these 3 CD accounts with these high APYs, starting with the lowest and then going to the highest. So first up here, we have the Firefighters Credit Union in the state of Utah. They have a 6-month CD certificate of deposit at 5.30% APY. There's a minimum balance of $1,000, so you have to open it with at least $1,000. And calculation example for this CD, if you had $20,000 in this 6-month CD with the Firefighters Credit Union at 5.30% APY with the interest compounding monthly, at the end of that 6 months, you would have earned interest of around $523.16. So that balance of $20,000 would have grown to about $20,523.16. And you can see the magic of compound interest right here as each month the interest increases. And they also have other terms available as well, as you see right here, with a nice high APY as well. 12 months at 5.25%, definitely not that far from 5.30%, and that's even longer. So double the term and still a nice high APY. You can lock that in for a whole year. So you may be wondering, it's a credit union. What are the stipulations to open this CD account with the Firefighters Credit Union? Here it is right here for their membership. The Firefighters Credit Union serves firefighters and their family members throughout the state of Utah. In order to be eligible to join the credit union, members must be in one of the following groups. You have to be a full-time, part-time, or volunteer firefighter for a fire department located in the state of Utah, or a full-time or part-time employee of a fire department located in the state of Utah, or a retired firefighter from a fire department located in the state of Utah, or lastly, an immediate family member of a current member in good standing. Immediate family members include parents, spouse, siblings, and children. And they also state that proof of employment may be required to join the credit union. So just some proof that you are who you say you are in regards to being, a full-time or part-time firefighter or employee of a fire department located in the state of Utah. If you're an immediate family member, you may need that information for the person you're related to who is in one of those groups. So that's information on the Firefighters Credit Union and their CD account. Let's move on to the next one. And next up here, we have the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union in the state of Texas. They currently have a 7-month at 7.50%. There's a $500 minimum initial investment deposit and a $7,500 maximum, and you'll be earning that 7.50% on whichever amount you put in that account between that range. So yeah, they state that this is a 75th anniversary special. It doesn't state when it's going to stop being available, but it's available as of right now of me recording this video on February 23rd, 2025. Calculation example for this Abilene certificate at 7.50% for 7 months. If you had the maximum allowed amount of $7,500, after 7 months at that 7.50% APY, you would have earned interest of about $323.17. So that initial balance of $7,500 would have grown to about $7,823.17. And you see right there, each month, the compound interest as it increases up into the end of the term. And now you may be wondering about eligibility for this Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union. Now they state that our field of membership has widened significantly in recent years. If you are a member of any of the following groups, you are eligible. Residents of Taylor and Callahan counties, persons who work, attend school, or worship in these counties but reside elsewhere are also eligible. Or if you're a family member of current ATFCU members, which is that Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union. Or if you're a family member of persons who are eligible for membership even if the eligible member has chosen not to join the credit union, or if you're an employee of the public school systems in the following Texas counties. And here's a list of the counties right here. You have Callahan, Coleman, Eastland, Fisher, Haskell, Jones, Kent, King, Knox, Nolan, Runnels, Shackelford, Stevens, Stonewall, Taylor, Throckmorton. So if you are an employee of a public school system in one of those counties, then you would also be eligible. So if you meet any of that criteria right there on that list, you would be eligible to join the membership of the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union and take advantage of this nice 7-month certificate at 7.50% APY. All right, so that's some info right there on the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union and their high APY certificate. Let's move on to the next one here. And now we have the highest APY that I have seen currently for a certificate account. It is provided by the California Coast Credit Union, and you see it right there, 9.50% APY on their celebration certificate. And now some info about this certificate. This is a 5-month term certificate, and you can open it with as little as $500. So that is the minimum initial deposit requirement, and they state new money required. So it has to come from an external source. If you have already an existing checking or savings account with California Coast Credit Union, you wouldn't be able to just transfer money from that account to this account. It has to come from an external account outside of California Coast Credit Union. And there is a maximum opening deposit amount of $3,000, and you can have only one of these certificates open per person. Now, with the celebration certificate at that 9.50% with California Coast, when opening it, you also have to open another account if you don't already have one. And that account is going to be the primary savings account, which only has an APY of 0.05%, but it's something they're stating is required to open if you're trying to open the celebration certificate. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you're interested in that certificate, you'll also have to open a primary savings account as well. Doesn't state that you'll have to use it or anything like that. They just want you to have this other account as well. Just one of those things that I thought I mentioned that I noticed with this certificate, as you see it right there, that is a requirement when opening the celebration certificate. So calculation example for this California Coast certificate, we're going to put in the maximum amount allowed of $3,000. So $3,000 at 9.50% APY for 5 months. You see right there, after that 5 months, total interest earned would be about $115.62. So your initial balance of $3,000 would have grown to about $3,115.62 after that 5-month term. And you see right there, compound interest gaining each month up into the end of the term. So that's definitely a nice high APY. Of course, the drawback with this certificate is the maximum opening deposit amount of $3,000 because, 9.50% on, let's just throw in another higher number there. Let's say you had $20,000. Boom, look at that. Total interest earned $770. Let's go even higher here. Let's say you had $250,000 in this account at 9.50%. If that was available and allowed, you would gain total interest in 5 months of $9,634.59. Very nice. But let me just stop right there. That is not available with this certificate because you see it right there. Max opening deposit of $3,000. I was just stating like how great a 9.50% APY is just for some example purposes. And now for eligibility for the California Coast Credit Union, they state that becoming a member of the California Coast Credit Union is easy and rewarding. So you see it right there. If you live or work in San Diego, Riverside, Orange, Los Angeles, Ventura, Imperial, or San Bernardino counties, then you have eligibility for a membership with the California Coast Credit Union. So not that many stipulations with this credit union. You just have to live or work in one of those areas, and then you can follow the normal process of opening up an account. All right, so that wraps up my video on the top 3 highest certificate account APYs available right now from credit unions across 3 different states. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like down below and subscribe to the channel for more smart money moves and ways to make your money work harder for you. If you got any questions or know of a great certificate rate I didn't cover, drop a comment down below. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.